What is up, YouTube? What is up, Miami Hurricanes fans and all of the college football world? Big news coming to all about the U today. I'm just going to try to capture all that mess together, get it all cleaned up, sorted out, and see what is what, and hear what you guys think, and give you some of my personal opinions of what I think of this all. This one's definitely focused on all about the U for now, but that'll be alright because we know at the end of the day, it's always all about the U. So, first things first, you might notice the camera is brand new. I'm ecstatic. This is great quality. It was a potato camera before, so hopefully you guys will enjoy the better quality of the videos. But let's jump into it. So first things first, I want to talk about Miami Hurricanes announced the hires of running backs coach Eric Hickson and offensive line coach Butch Barry. So I want myself and for all you guys to welcome these guys to the U. This is absolutely amazing hires. Manny Diaz is knocking it out of the park with his brand new offensive coordinator, Dan Enos. And Dan Enos, which we discussed in the previous video, is a stellar hire. It's a home run hire. We've been looking for it, waiting. I thought there was a dark horse candidate, and what do you know it? We got it. Dark horse candidate. He's here. So let me first go over what these hires are, why they're so good, maybe why you think they're not as good, and then we'll go on and try to capture all the other news about, Jeff Thomas. I don't know. And Jalen, he's kind of going around the area. So it's pretty exciting stuff. I know. So first things first, let's get this coaching profile of Butch Barry. He's an offensive line coach. He's NFL talent level guy. He was at Tampa Bay, I believe, last place, 4 years over there. He developed a whole bunch of very high-touted NFL players. He was 5 years with Dan Enos at Central Michigan. So that's the connection there. That's the tie-in. And, it's perfect. You got perfect chemistry with your offensive coordinator. You know him very, very well. And you were at the highest level called NFL, National Football League, which all the pro athletes go, and you were there for 4 years. You weren't there for a year or 2 or 3. You were 4, so you were pretty solid for a while. As far as I know, they're cleaning house over there at Tampa Bay. Not the greatest seasons, but it wasn't exactly him that wasn't his squad that wasn't performing well. In 2014, as offensive lineman, paved the way for a 1,000 rushing yard season for Thomas Rawls, which that's pretty good. We got some athletes. We need some running room. We need some space. I'm excited to see Cameron Davis. I'm excited to see Lingard. There's so much talent on our roster at the running backs position. It's going to be great. And we got this new guy from Auburn. Oh, man, a 4-star. He's really tall, though. Super tall for a running back. So it'll be interesting to see all of them going up against all of our foes. Coaching profile, Eric Hickson, running backs coach. Now, this one might be up for debate whether you like him or not. To my knowledge, he doesn't have any direct ties with the OC. I didn't see any. I'm not sure where that came in, but he coached a couple of guys that rushed for like 1,300 yards. But here's the big one. He was the one that coached Sonny Michel in high school at Fort Lauderdale Dillard High School. So this makes a lot of sense. I personally like this hire because I've always felt like the running back hire should be the guy that is a stellar recruit. Just a stellar recruit. His ties with the 305 couldn't be any stronger. He should do a pretty well job. Now, the resume shows what it does, but we're going to have to wait a couple of moments, see till February. And I don't think we can criticize this class on this staff much. But the next year for sure we'll see how good of a recruit is he really. How good of a tie does he have with these high school teams and coaches and such. He should have a pretty good one. We'll see how he coaches these guys up. I'm excited to see him. I'm iffy about how good he is as a coach for running backs specifically, or if he just had amazing athletes that just did the whole thing. He just stood there and watched them be amazing. But it seems like he did help them for sure. He helped this guy called Barnes for the second fastest player in school history to reach 1,000 career yards. So he's definitely got the resume. Again, this is mostly high school football, a couple at Kent State and such. So I'm interested to see how he shapes up. Let me know what you guys think if you like him. If you don't like him, I'm interested to see who you'd rather see, either offensive line coach, coordinator, or running backs coach. They're supposed to have about 2 more announcements, maybe 3 coming up. I know there's a tight ends coach that's going to have to come in. There's got to be a guy for the wide receivers. And the third position is iffy, but I think they'll be like a quality control type of guy is what they usually put on the title. We'll see if that happens or not. But yeah, we already got our QB coach and our offensive coordinator, so we should be set. Now, the exciting news. First things first. Jalen Hurts. Is he coming to the U? Is he not? So what we know for a solid fact is the offensive coordinator at the U was his QB coach, and he fine-tuned his talents very well in the off seasons and during the season. You can just look at his passer rating and his percentage of completions and such. They went up. I mean, they started going there from 50, 55% to hitting that 60s to 70%, depending which game you're looking at. So definitely high ties with him. Now he's visiting Maryland. I believe as I'm recording this video, he's in Maryland. It is January 12th, Saturday. So we'll see if he really finds a fit. But guys, a red and white, yellow and black uniform with Maryland hairpins, Jalen Hurts, really? That school? You think that school is going to be having the talent to give you enough to be on the front stage at the conference championship, at the playoff contender, anything like that? You really think so, Jalen? I don't think he's going to Maryland. I mean, his previous offensive coordinator is now the head coach there. That's the tie there. But I have a hard time seeing that program pulling in that guy. We'll see. But here's the thing. He's coming over to Miami Sunday. Sunday is where the team meeting is at. Manny Diaz wants all the recruits to come revisit the year for one reason mainly is just to feel the different energy, the different vibe, the excitement that surrounds around the program. Everything that's going up, and it is a lot of stuff that is going crazy and just awesome stuff. Whereas a couple of weeks ago, we were just lost, confused. Where are we heading? What's going on with the program? And now, I mean, we have some solid looking stuff coming up in the future, and Manny Diaz ain't waiting. He's not talking about every time I see a coach, they're like, you know, when you hit a year or 2 or 3 to build it up. Manny Diaz is like, we got the guys. We have all that we need in place. We got to be contending for the conference championship and the playoffs this year. I'm not waiting, and I'm going to make it happen. And he's taking all the grad transfers from safeties, running backs, line. He's taking all these guys as transfers. And next one, it's got to be Jalen. It's got to be Jalen. He's coming in Sunday. I'd be very, very surprised if Jalen doesn't come to the U. He's closest with the QB coach, not the offensive coordinator. And the QB coach, now, here's the offensive play style that he runs. It is kind of a pro-style offense. It isn't massively spread if you look at it. However, that's kind of what Manny Diaz mentioned. It's going to look the same to the naked eye. But there's a lot of motions. There's a lot of stuff that they do to confuse defenses, and it's subtle. And it's not pass-heavy either. It's a solid mix of running and throwing. So I like that. I'm interested to see that plays out. I think it's pretty good for Miami. I'd like to see a little bit more modern, but this guy hasn't actually been the full-on offensive coordinator for a year or two now, so we'll see. I mean, at Arkansas, he did his job. He was top there and the highest with the difficulties that the program is facing, so we'll see how well he does. I think he's going to do well, and the thing that I'm really excited about is seeing Jalen Hurts coming over with him, because it's got to have to happen, and hopefully we'll have him for a year, maybe 2. But why I like this is because the quarterbacks that have been learning Mark Richt's system this whole time, they're going to need a year to realize what this guy's system is and learn it and adapt to it and fine-tune their talents. They're athletes. I know they want to go to the NFL tomorrow if they could, but they need some time. They need to be patient. They need to fine-tune it so they actually have a successful career that doesn't last 1 or 2 years on the bench and that's it, you know? So I think that this is the best thing for all of the student athletes. They should be absolutely pumped, excited about it. I'd love to see Jalen transfer, start for the U for a year or 2, fine-tune Nikosi and Williams' talents, and get us some other recruits behind him to start fine-tuning those as those guys are starters. So I'm excited about that. And then the biggest one, in my opinion, well, it's a rumor. It's not the biggest, but I felt like the Miami team was just missing something. As soon as we weren't utilizing him well, and I understand why he left. Mark Richt was he's playing a dead defense that just run, pass, and completion with your Malik Razier 30-40% chance he's going to throw it somewhere close to their wide receiver. Punt, done. Jeff Thomas was not used. We saw the stellar play this guy can output the first couple of games. So what's going on, and the reason we're thinking Jeff Thomas might be coming back to you, I don't know, is it? It's kind of rumorish, but we'll see. He's still in Coral Gables is one thing. Second of all, he has taken all the social media stuff that had any relation with Illinois and all that down. It's gone. And I've read, according to, I believe it was the Miami Herald source, that it's basically up to Manny Diaz and the team to decide if they want this guy back, because he kind of mismanaged the way he left. He threw in it because he was homesick and he liked he was being utilized. Basically, it seemed like he honestly got depressed because he knows he's a talented player and he was just being not handled the way he should be with the talent that he has. So we'll see how that shapes up. I'm interested. I would love to see a Jeff Thomas for another year or two. I think he should do just fine and well and dandy if he comes back to AU. Much better than Illinois. Especially we have Jalen Hurts passing the ball to him. That's just going to be, I mean, he's going to stop us. We're going to be Oklahoma Sooners offense level. And that's what I wanted to finish off this video and highlight is, doesn't it sound like Miami's becoming one of those guys that's like a powerhouse in the making? That's right, a powerhouse in the making. That's what I'm getting this vibe from the U. We got Manny Diaz as a hire, so the defense is going to stay defense as it was last year. They're the top one in the nation for just about all categories. If you average all around, it's like 3, 5th place, or whatever different stuff you look at. So it's about, we get second defense overall in the nation, third defense. I mean, it's just stellar. I mean, it's enough to win you a championship football. Easy. So that's going to probably be retained. He got a good hire for defensive coordinator that has the exact scheme. And then he goes and says, offensive coordinator. You guys want an Applewhite that got, fired from Houston? You really want a Fedora that was 2-9 and such? How about a Dan Enos who just was at the Alabama program picking up Jalen Hurts? And how about he brings along Jalen Hurts with you? I mean, that's a baller move. That is just showing what is up and bringing the U back in a second like that. He's not settling. He is making some noise, guys. I'm excited about that. And I really feel like, I mean, that's all that we need. The offensive line play with, hopefully with a freaking NFL lineman coach, should be fine-tuned to the level that it should be. With these grad transfers that are coming around, we should be fine and set to be expecting a ACC Coastal Championship and an appearance in the conference play and playoff contender. We should be expecting that. I mean, we have 15 guys recruited that are pretty well. We're still in the top 30s and 40s as a recurring class. Not very well. Mark Richt really just kind of dwindled at the end of that. And I don't know if when he decided to retire, if he just kind of gave up on recruiting because of that. But we should be fine. I'm sure with a couple positions in a Jalen Hurts transfer and these grad transfers, we're going to be fine doing this year. So it's going to be very interesting. It's exciting stuff at the U. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think the U is in that rebuilding stage mode, or are we becoming a dominant force, a championship level team, a powerhouse? That's how I'm feeling. That's the energy I'm feeling. That's the vibe. But I want to hear your opinions. Why or why not you feel that way? And before I leave, I do want to give a great shout out. I've been having just super stellar, amazing feedback from you guys on Instagram. We're at 90 followers, I believe. It's not even a whole it's not even been a whole week. We're almost hitting about 100 followers. We have players following us back. We get highlighted on I think it was Michael Jackson's story. I mean, this has been great. I love it. I love showing news for you guys, rumors, recruiting updates, and all. If you love the Miami Hurricanes and just want to hear all Canes things, just go ahead, give us a follow over there. I would love that, but I'm not sure what the next video would be topic about. Probably discussing the tight end coaching staff and the full offensive staff that we get in place. And I'll give you another recruiting highlight on actual players that we're pursuing that are from high school, not just transfers, because it's been a lot of transfers recently. Let me know what you guys think. Maybe you have a different idea of what we should discuss next week. So, or I should say, yeah, it'll be next week. So let me know in the comments below. Subscribe if you want to hear all about Canes things. We're also going to do some college football general stuff, and we might get some actually NCAA football gameplay going on. So exciting stuff. Brand new channel. We're going to be ramping it up, full steam ahead. And as always, at the end of the day, we know it's always all about the U.